All right, good morning. This is for Cancer for May for 2025. Now, in April, Cancer, you were, let me find your piece thing, you had a focus on relationships, personal growth, and you needed to back yourself. So let's see what the outcome of that backing was. So, Cancer for the month of May 2025. All right, here we go. This is the numerical spread. This is where your head's at. That's how it represents in the month. And this is the root of what's going on. Okay. Alright, so let's see. Beginning of the month, you feel like you've done a full circle. You've played through the whole entire major arcana, and here you are with 21, 3, Trinity. The World card is a great card. It feels like it's a completion. That full circle moment. There's that, almost like pure joy of something turning out well. Middle of the month, new opportunities, new thoughts, new ideas. And the end of the month, you're sort of left contemplating after tilling the land here. You're sort of waiting to see what will become of your hard work. Okay, so where your head is at, feeling quite good, feeling quite balanced in your emotions. You're working really hard to keep your emotions balanced, and there is definitely a connection with the past or part of your childhood there. The root of this month is that you have worked very, very hard to complete the cycle, keep your emotions in check, and sometimes you had to even gather up the other people's weapons and store them elsewhere so that you could feel safe. The middle of the month of May, you're going to feel like you're trying to keep things in balance. This card can be quite negative, but I feel good here. It shows you working really hard at trying to keep the balance and to perhaps launch something new in your life. And the reason you're doing that is to get a sense of abundance. And abundance can be love, abundance can be food on the table, abundance can be not worrying about a bill, abundance can be having money, abundance can have your family around you. So the middle of the month, you're working really hard to try to get new growth to happen, to create a sense of well-being and abundance for yourself. And that's because you completed a whole cycle. You are emotionally mature and you have actively safeguarded your emotions and your, I want to say, circumstances or family to ensure that this new thing can happen. At the end of the month, you are sort of basically sitting here waiting to see the fruits of your labor. This is definitely connected to some kind of childhood memory or older people that you know from the past, old loves, old friendships, old knowledge. Your head is thinking about these people while you're waiting, or these times while you're waiting for the fruition. So maybe these times informed this decision making. Underlying all of this is a total sense of balance, which is great. 2 and 2. You've got 2 aces. You've got 2 people here. What's that? 6. 6 is 3s divided by 2. So I see that there's, these are the lovers, sort of like the lovers card, but it's the 2 of cups. So perfect balance, yin and yang, male and female, harmony and balance. So, and love and connection. So I just see the end of the month as really you reflecting on the completion of a cycle, the building of a new one, and what is informing your next step. And you really are ready to launch. You're just waiting to see the products, waiting to see the growth that could happen for you. Okay, let's use the numerical deck to just gain a little bit more insight. We'll pick 3. Yeah, definitely end of a cycle, definitely new beginnings, and definitely waiting for the fruition. And end of the cycle meant that you set yourself up emotionally and physically. In the middle of the month, you're going to be working really hard to pull this all off, to get this level of balance. And at the end of the month, it's a little bit of a waiting game, waiting to see the fruition. But you're feeling quite confident. There's this love surrounding you, love of the game, love of people, I'm not sure. So, and this is Cancer. So Cancer, your astrology for the month says, got lots of chances to explore your intuition, deepen your connection with your emotions. Be mindful of your needs and seek the support you require. So mindful of your needs, creating your own support there. Maybe this is where you seek the support that you desire to be able to feel strong enough to carry on through. Okay, what are we up to? 5 minutes. The 10-minute tarot. Let's cut this. All right. Yeah. Cool. 3-3 and the Creative Master of 2. That's pretty nice. So, 3 sisters. Sisters are doing it for themselves. That's what I always sort of sing in my head when I pull that card. That is like the sisters card, but I also would say this card represents these here too. Okay. Yeah, this is great. So, you got the balance, you got the trinity, you called in all the help you needed, whether it be physical, mental, emotional. And you worked through a cycle of time and you were supported. You were able to secure yourself against any foe, and you were emotionally strengthened, or you had emotional strength to be able to complete the cycle. You did have a support network, an emotional support network. Red is the Creative Master's suit. Sorry, not Creative Master, Loving Master. Then you have the Creative Master right smack bang in the middle here. And that's where this is my version of the Magician card. So making the magic happen. And this is what you're doing here through a sense of balance. Blindfolded. So you are steadfast in your concentration. You have this new idea. And the goal is sort of some kind of security. But you are pulling it off. You have the magic. So completed the cycle with support of loved ones. Pulling off your own magic because you have the focus and the dedication. And finally, yellow, 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 having your day in the sun. You know, you're waiting to see the fruits of your labor. You've put a lot of dynamic and emotional energy into it. And I think it's going to be successful. Very successful, actually. It's your day in the sun. It's your day in the limelight. It's your day to celebrate. So have fun, have a party, acknowledge your wins, go for it, and make sure that number 3 is celebrated. Celebrate the people who helped you get there. Celebrate past people, present people, future people. But have a good time, Cancer. You've pulled it off. Well done. Enjoy your May.